Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Starfield. Now we just delivered another artifact here to the lodge and have received a whole bunch of new quests. The Empty Nest, Into the Unknown and back to Vectera. I would like to follow one of them and also get us cracking on the first outpost because we probably should start with the mineral mining. Now over there is actually someone of them already, Sam Coe. Is he part of any of the missions here? Yep, that's it, the Empty Nest it is. Sarah Morgan wants me to join an expedition headed up by Sam Coe. Another Constellation member will be going to Freestar Collective Space.
And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family.
And you must be Sam Coe, the Freestar Collective expert. I don't know about me.
Whoa. I know a few dark sides of the Aquila Moons, but if you're looking for deep history lessons, well, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
Trust me. Don't encourage him. Kuriko, by the way. Hi.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Know a thing or two about spacecraft, do we?
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship. Honest. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition?
Only that it was in Freestar Collective Space.
Sure enough. That's where we're heading. The three of us are heading to Aquila, first settled planet of the Freestar Collective and, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Aquila City. We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that, makes me think one thing. Artifact.
Alright.
Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
Right, so we got a few more passengers now riding up. And I think that's it for Atlantis City, where we are right now. Vladimir, where is he? Is he actually here too? Yeah, he should be around. He's in the eye. That is something we haven't even looked at yet. Alright, back in space. Closing in on the eye, which is over there.
Aha! The eye is always open to Constellation.
Alright, I guess we have to dock there. The thing is, with the other quest that we have received now here, so Aquila City, that is actually 2 systems away, and I want to stay in the same system for a little bit. So before we go to Aquila system for chasing the next artifact, let's actually also have a look at Vladimir here. He's in the eye. And then there's also the mystery of the abandoned research site that we might have a look at too. Alright, now we can dock.
We got a rook on deck. Good to see Constellation getting some fresh blood.
Good to meet you, Vladimir.
Glad you two finally have a chance to meet.
Wish I could have been down at the lodge to see the artifacts come together. But I got a little lost peeking through the eye.
Someone should have grabbed you. It was incredible.
Probably would have just gotten annoyed at being bothered. I'll catch a smile at our next big revelation. You know there's more to come. Now, this station, the Eye, rigged up for deep space scans. Barrett and Sarah teased out the signs of where our artifacts could be hiding after we caught our second one. But the data takes a slow ride along the Sea of Light. Years or decades between us and the fringes of space without a grav drive.
Understood. I need to check on these leads in person.
You won't be the only Constellation out there. Andreja and Matteo are both following up on scans themselves. Matteo went out recently, but Andreja, it's been a while. Hate to pull a worried old man act on you, but I'm an old man and I'm worried.
Alright, I'll keep an eye out.
Indeed. Stop worrying so much, Vladimir. If she's out there, we'll find her.
She should be at one of the 2 sites I've marked on your star map. can take care of herself, but we all need backup sometimes. Anyway, hopefully you'll be catching Fortune's smile, and we'll have some more artifacts to take a closer look at. Happy hunting.
Alright. You're retired from the Crimson Fleet.
Usually it doesn't. I'm overdrawn from Lady Luck 3 times over. It's a long tale to tip your ear on, but if you ever wanted to visit, I have a house out there in the Starfield. Thought I was going to see life's eclipse from there, but Constellation swept me away. Haven't been there since we started on the Eye. If you do go there, turn the lights off when you leave, okay?
Alright, we can actually visit this house now. Seems like a friendly bunch. So where do we need to go for Andreja? That would be in the Olympus system. That's good actually, because we need to go also over here to the next system for the quest, and the Olympus system is a level 10 one, so we are closing in on that, so this is fine. And then we still have one more quest that might be in this area, that is Vectera. And that is in the Narion system. So either way we need to jump. Narion system is actually level 1 so we can do this. Before we do this, I wanted to, build my first outpost as well before we leave Alpha Centauri. So I have a feeling we are coming back here quite often, right? So it makes sense to me to have an outpost here. Also, we have lots of moons, and we need to get started with industrial mining to get us a lot of resources in. So I do have a bunch of options here. There's really a lot of moons level here, for example, that we have with nickel, water, and cobalt. And I've been told that we should look out for iron, aluminum, copper, and also and helium. So we got Tamka over there. This is actually where we have helium, copper, nickel, iron is there, uranium, and water. So this is not looking like a bad first planet here at all, because it's got the resources we need. Also, the looks are very nice on it, right? So let's actually travel to this one, to Tamka. Might be then really our first one. We also got Voss over there. Voss has water, lead, uranium, cobalt. Nah, that's really not something. We need the cheap stuff first in high quantities, right? And the cool thing is we can really just check up the planets there. And there would be nickel over there, but I think Tamka is the only one that has iron on it, and we do need lots of it. So let's actually set course to it and travel. Alright, a little bit later we are in the orbit of Tamka in all its glory. I just love flying to planets. Unfortunately, we cannot fly directly to it and land on it, right? And the views are nice over here as well. Now in the orbit, let's quickly check it out. We need to scan this whole mess that we have there, and now we can see all the resources that this planet has. And there's, for example, a nickel one here. There's iron deposits that we can find. This looks like a mixed one between iron and helium, so this would actually be a good site there, because we need both of them. We need helium later on to transport resources between the outposts, and we need the iron for building a lot of stuff. So I think, and here look at that, we got helium, iron, and water close together. So this is looking fantastic. There's 3 resources. There's copper as well, which is also pretty important and very valuable. So we might actually check it up and have a look at where lots of these things are coming together. There's copper, helium, iron. Let's just... What is the black one? The black one is nothing, it seems. There's lots of copper in this one. I haven't seen copper so far yet, so this is also something new. Down here we have the same thing. There's actually also an outpost that we could visit. Might give us some quests down the road. Alright, here is iron, copper, and water close together, but unfortunately no helium. Right, so I think I'm going with copper and iron somewhere in between. So this looks like a good landing site here in the... Oh, it's mountain terrain. So we'll just see how this looks.
Gear looks green. Ready to land.
Once again, this is then all procedurally generated for us, right? So no player has the same... Well, technically the same exact layout around himself. Of course, it's still the same assets, more or less. Now this is it, and we can see that we already landed on a field of iron that is now below me. And perhaps we can find a crossing where I have both. So in the scan menu, I can actually unlock the outpost building now. And as we can see, we do have iron and water here right now. if I build an outpost here, right? So we could have some iron and water mining or harvesting that we have then around us. But I would really like to get more than just iron into one. So for that we need to, we need to go around a bit. There's some cobalt. We can also scan resources. If we scan everything, we actually will be able to unlock traits, certain bonuses the planet has. And this moon really has a lot of resources on it. It's really rich in everything, basically. And this could be helpful for us, of course. There is one more thing I would like to do before we get started, because I will need a lot of scanning, and I do have 3 skill points. So why not go into science and get into surveying, and this unlocks me additional scanner options. So it also increases the scan distance, makes it a bit easier, and increases it to 20 meters, right? So let's go ahead. And now we need to use the hand scanner to scan, well, resources and stuff like that. And we can now go ahead and scan things hopefully from a distance, right? Because up to this point we needed to be right on top of the resource if we wanted to scan it. There's also some structures over there. So this moon is interesting. We could probably lose a lot of time on this moon alone.
Got anything on your scanner?
There's the nickel. That was another resource. So we have scanned now 2 out of 8 resources so far. And yeah, with the outpost then we can generate resources passively, right? Without the need of actually scavenging it ourselves all the time. That was vanadium. That is new. Alright, I've tried to find a few different locations still, but there's always only just one resource, unfortunately, plus water. So we're going ahead and build the first outpost then right away here before wasting more time. We can build a lot of outposts, right? And we can also build just very small outposts that are going to help each other out then. Let's just check it out that we really have a field of iron close by. There we have it, right? So this is where we will need to scan. And there's lots of iron here around us. This is the important thing. I think over there, yep. There it is, right? Lots of stuff, and this should be for a good outpost. Let's build it. Hooray! There we are. The foundation of something new. The Tamka Outpost 1, it's called now, in the Alpha Centauri. And for that, we now have the extractor, right? So extractor for iron. And this is what we can actually then build. And we can go into the fly cam, and we can have a look around. And look at that. I mean, there's lots of iron here for us. And we can go ahead and go crazy on the mining for the iron. So let's go ahead and build us the first extractors in here. Probably somewhere over there. Looking like this. The extracted iron requires power in order to function. Build a power source from the power category. And for that we probably will need some different resources, which we have, which is the solar array. The wind turbine, we also have that. That requires nickel, cobalt, and aluminum. The power switch is something that we're going to probably need to turn power on and off. But I think a wind turbine is a good first one. Produces... Oh, wait a second. This one produces more. Planets with thicker atmosphere. And this one is for sunlight planets. So what do we have here? This is a moon. Probably has not the best atmosphere. It's thin, to be honest. So I think... we should build a solar array here, right? It also gets a lot of sunshine there, so why not? Atmosphere is not perfect. So this is really deep, actually, that we need to go into looking at the atmosphere and stuff like that. Let's build the solar array, and we're probably going to build it somewhere over here, because there is no iron deposits then, right? But not too far away from my mine. There we have it. This is producing 4 power now. And what else do we need for this? The extractor we have, the scan boost, crew station, a landing pad we could build. We could build all of that already. That's interesting. We have the materials. A storage box is probably pretty important. but this requires structural resources then as well, which we don't have yet. We need defenses, like turrets. That's going to be pretty crazy. Outpost airlocks, we can build also a habitat here. This is what I'm not doing at the moment though. And a transfer container. Build this to allow transfer of cargo while on board of your ship. This is pretty important, I think. So this will make it possible for us to transport the resources that we produce here to my ship, for example, right? And it needs 4 lubricants, which by chance we have. Let's build this. You can easily transfer items between an outpost and your ship by building a transfer container. To fill the transfer container, create an output link to from the extractor and the builders. Anything else we would need? Crew station, cargo link. With this we can link our outposts together. But I think that's it for now. Let's just have a look what this outpost is now doing, because we should actually have the power, right? Oh, it requires 4 power, and the solar array is only producing 4. Holy cow, we will probably need a lot of these solar arrays then. Can I please open? Thank you very much. And have a look again. We probably need the power once more. Lucky us, we do have the resources. I'm just going to build me another one close to it. Fuel generator. That is producing 20 then. It requires helium to operate and a lot of things that I haven't seen yet, like austenitic, manifold, and isocentered magnets. Right, wind turbine is useless. Let's build us another solar array. Unfortunately, we cannot really... Can we snap them together? I don't think so. Right, let's build a second one. Now it's operating. And we have now 8 power, right? One of them needs 4 power. No, 5 power. So if I build one more, we can actually build a second iron mine then as well, which I probably would like to do, just to boost us that. And we will probably never have to mine iron anymore. Oh, come on. This is really finicky though. I would love a snap angle or something like that. And yeah, another extractor, which is for iron with the 5. And we can build one more because we get one more tungsten, right? And we cannot have them too close together, so they can't overlap. We need to have one more than probably a bit further away up here. There you go. Extractors harvest resources over time. Most have to be placed on a resource vein. Some resources can be harvested from the atmosphere. Once the extractor's inventory is full, it will stop producing. If you create an output link to a storage container of the matching type, the extractor output will go directly into it. To create an output link, switch to modify mode using the tab highlight object, and all valid targets will be highlighted. Alright. Create an output link. Oh, there it is. And we are going to that. And we've created an output link with that to our transfer container. And they're very useful for storing the output. And we can do the same thing with this one. And both of them, as we can see, are now transferring the resources to the transport storage. And from there, we can then easily transport it to my ship. And with that, ladies and gents, we are miners officially, outpost owners. And we're now producing iron out of that, and I don't need to harvest that myself anymore. This feels great. Some pretty cool machines there. I wonder how much iron we actually produce now. And I would like to do the same thing, of course, with aluminum, which is another very important resource. So if we go back into my outpost building, can I just enter that? Yeah, like this. Okay, I don't need to click on the outpost sign. We do need more tungsten. Lots of aluminum, as we can see, right? There's also the extractor for water, which would be another one. But this needs benzene and membranes, and I don't have that at all. Wind turbines, so it's tungsten, cobalt. Yeah, basically all the resources we've already seen at some point are required here. Tungsten, I have no idea where we get this, right? And for building a habitat, we need a lot of lead, iron, titanium. Well, basically for habitat, we would have all the resources already as well. Aluminum, lead, that's the most common things that I can see here. Copper, iron, yep. So basically everything that we've already seen at some point. Alright, let's check the output. And as we can see, yeah, some 9 iron is already in. And we can take it like that. Or better, of course, transport it to my ship, because iron is quite heavy and I don't want to congest again. Can we have a quick statistic as well? Can we see at one glance what this outpost is now doing? Because that would be, of course, interesting to know. There it is. The total production is now 3.33 per minute. We produce a total power of 12 and need a total power of 10. There's no crew here and no cargo here. But at least we now know the output, right? So that's the iron we produce. And it seems to me quite a bit, honestly. Because 3 per minute can add up quickly over time. Very good. I think we're done here for now. No, we're not, because we're under attack. What the hell is going on? Ecliptics are attacking us and destroying the base. Holy cow, is this real? Okay, I absolutely did not expect this. Honestly, what is this? Sarah, you gotta help me out here. Alright, this is why we need the turrets, but I did not expect an attack so soon. I mean, they're not doing a lot of damage. Let's try to flank them a bit. Oh, he was going with a boom. I hope these do not attack so often now, because that would be bad for business indeed. Okay, there's the boss over there. There's another smaller one. Oh, that was also big boom. Now there's one more. Yeah, that's right. Run off, you dog. But we're still going to get you. Down. Alright, of course, I don't mind the loot that we get out of them, but still, I think my outpost got damaged quite a bit. Okay, no. The outpost is not building anything now. Okay, at least it does not, it seems, cost us additional resources. We just need to repair it again. Right, and now it's working, hopefully. This one do we need to repair this one? Yeah. Put them online, basically. There you go. Alright, we're back to the original production. And I think I'm just going to leave before the next attack comes in. Interesting stuff, indeed. Next up on my list would be Kerbeam. This is a moon of Bondar, so that's the big planet over there. It is a moon, once again, without any atmosphere, right? So solar arrays is probably going to be great here. And yeah, we're going to set the course once more for this one, because we still need aluminum. That would be my next one. And yeah, well, helium would be nice too, of course, for the power production then in the future, but I think we don't have the basic resources that you can go with there. So this is the one, and there we have lots of patches of aluminum. Perhaps you can get something mixed somewhere over there in the where it's coming together, the craters. This is looking completely different than the previous one. As the previous moon actually had a thin atmosphere, this one has no atmosphere at all. And that's also the way then it looks, of course. There's only two types of resources on this planet, and that is helium and aluminum. And oh, actually here both of them are together in one. That's pretty cool. Okay, unfortunately what I can see now is we cannot build an outpost here because it's an extreme environment planet and we do need to have the corresponding skill for this. So where do we have that? There's gotta be somewhere here in science or tech. Is it really that far down here? I hope not. Outpost engineering. There it is. And there it is with the extreme temperatures. So this has been too good to be true, right? And it's really far away. So the planetary habitat all the way down here. So we need a lot of skill points in the science tree. This is not going to happen for a while. So unfortunately, this planet will not do, or this moon. Even though, of course, it's still interesting. Because of extreme environment. It has 456 degrees on this moon. And yeah, basically there's also no resources somewhere on the ground here. Over there, there's the aluminum that we don't need for scanning.
Don't rush the scan. Wouldn't want to overlook anything valuable.
Right, and we would need just one more now. We just need to find the helium somewhere. A helium patch, if that is even possible. Alright, there we have it. And with that we scanned both resources, but we're still only at 92%, so I think there's something else we would need to scan on this moon to get that bonus out of it. I haven't received a single bonus on any planet yet because it, yeah, basically there is just a lot. Oh, and Sarah has a mission for us, it seems.
There's something I need to talk to you about. Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Vectera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel?
Is this really the place to talk about this? I had a vision, heard sounds and music.
No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts?
Like my mind and body were out of sync. Powerful, like raw energy was coursing through my veins. Yeah.
Raw energy? I've never heard that one before. I shouldn't be surprised. The artifacts aren't exactly what you'd call normal.
That's a bit of an understatement.
True. But hey, how else would you describe it? The artifacts are so different, so alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery.
Alright, yeah, definitely felt like it was trying to communicate.
Agreed. Unfortunately, there's no way that I know of to reply, and believe me, I've been trying to gather data on the damn things for years.
This whole experience must be incredibly frustrating. It certainly is a unique obsession.
Does that really surprise you? A universal mystery left unsolved for God knows how long? Oh, I've been dreaming about solving this puzzle from the beginning.
And then we'll get to the bottom of this.
I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
Alright, so we improved our relationship there with Sarah.
It appears things have gone downhill since the last time you were here. Argos has clearly washed its hands of this
We were back on
operation.
Vectera for that main quest.
Well, you're back.
Lynn!
Oh no, don't start. I've had enough Barrett for one lifetime. I don't need the sequel showing up on my doorstep. More pirates showed up when you were gone. We weren't as lucky this time. Calvert, Troy, some of the new Dusties, they didn't make it.
Okay, I sense the loss hit you even harder than you realized. You cared about them.
You're right. You tell yourself you got deadlines, that the credits are what matter. But it's people doing the job, not machines. You think if you're strict with them that they'll focus on the work, give you a little distance if things go wrong. But you want them to win. Every boss does. Anyway, I was pinned down behind some crates with Barrett. Bullets and laser fire everywhere. No smile on that damn carefree face of his. Like he knew this was it. I started steeling myself to go out fighting. Then that idiot puts his hand on my shoulder and says, "Stay here, Lynn. I got you."
Yeah, I know that talk suicide mission.
Not quite. Barrett is more dangerous than you might think.
Next thing I know, 2 of the pirates are dead, and he's got the 3rd one in a headlock. Drags him out into the open at gunpoint and demands to talk, or else I'm going to demonstrate Newton's 3rd law on this guy's temporal lobe. And that's when they brought out Hela. I didn't overhear everything, but after the 10 longest seconds of my life, Barrett put his hands up, and both of them ended up getting taken aboard the pirate ship. And that's the last I saw of either of them.
Okay, then we need to find them.
They could have grav-jumped anywhere. I tried pinging a transmission to the ship in the comms building before they left, but the pirates must have fried it. You want to try it? Go ahead. But the odds of them being alive, even if you could find them... I've lost a lot of people on this run, Dusty. I just want to pack up.
Alright, we are probably going to try and find them though. So we are back here where it all started. Where we found the artifact. Right, in there is something we need to find out. How do I get in? Ah, there's the door. Oh, alright, it's novice level though, so we should be able to do this. Perfect.
Easy money.
Easy. Okay. Pull out data storage. Look for power source. Auxiliary power banks in the next room. They appear to use standard power cells. So let's find them. Obtain 3 power cells. Oh, in the next room. That's an understatement. I think they're actually outside. There's a power cell. You might have one.
You wanna try fixing
I need a
that
power cell.
computer? Don't see what good it will do since they're already gone, but fine. Here. You need any more? Feel free to scavenge around.
I sure will. And it seems like in there is also one. It's always so tempting to just have a look around and see where you can find more resources, or there's perhaps a hidden weapon somewhere looking around, or some recipes you might need at some point. Alright, another power cell. We got all of them, and we can now fix the comm. Oh, and this is the tunnels where we came from. This is where it all started. And, well, we haven't come a really long way since then, but it's definitely a journey so far. Oh, wait a second. I didn't... Where do I need to put them? Not in there? There I need to put them, okay. Powering the whole thing up again?
Can't believe we got into this mess. Would you be quiet? Trying to make out the grav jump calculations before we're out of range. Out of range of what? Out of range of the sensor array on Vectera. Would you keep up?
Okay, they are putting the interstellar coordinates to the metadata of this transmission. We do have them, and we can now follow them. So let's return to Lynn, and then hopefully find Heller and Barrett. We're doing this in the next episode, and also probably another outpost building. Stay tuned!